We're just going to get ready for a minute's silence here at Blackwell Meadows today. A couple of Darlington players, former Darlington players, passing away during the week. The most noticeable, and one from my memory bank, is Peter Skipper, who, when I started watching Darlington in the early 80s, was one of the centre backs there with the likes of Kevin Smith. So we'll just go quiet here on commentary and acknowledge the minute's silence for the two Darlington players who passed away just this week, Ian Lannock and Peter Skipper. So there we go, immaculately respected minute's silence for those. So Jake Turner's going to take that goal kick. Just a little bit of light rain coming down here, drizzle I suppose. It's a big winter coat day though if you are here. There's no Easter sunshine as we had last weekend. Ball's up in the air and Elliott's beaten to it. Comes down now and is picked up by Jordan Murphy for the visitors. Comes back and is won by Darlington through Omar Holness, who gives it to Ben Jackson, playing, I imagine, his last game on loan. That's a back pass which has been misdirected by Jackson. Turner's had to come out and make a flying save at the edge of his box. Poor back pass, that one by Jackson. Got caught in between Galbraith and the goalkeeper, and Turner's called into action to tidy up with a save with his legs.
Out very quickly to deal with that, wasn't it? Great goalkeeping, but unnecessarily so, because Jackson's back pass there playing him into all sorts of trouble.
That matchup between Saunders and Hood, I think, might have Harvey Saunders salivating.
Yeah, more mismatch than matchup, I think.
Ainge is back to tidy up that little bit there, and Galbraith and him play a little 1-2. Comes back to Simon Ainge, who knocks it across to Omar Holness. Holness on the ball, trying to make things tick over a little bit. Trotman's on the halfway line, finds Thompson's feet. Thompson's beaten his man on the half turn there, and then he's trying to play it inside to Elliott. Elliott's going to play to Nicholson on the edge of the box. Nicholson with a chance to shoot. Oh, that's only inches wide from Jordan Nicholson. Might have even scraped a little bit of paint off the bottom of that goalpost.
Yeah, we were right in line with that, the angle of that shot, and we just watched it rolling agonisingly wide. But that was good little move from Darlington there.
For a throw in anyway. Are you going to divulge your player of the season vote, Mike, or are you keeping that under the wraps?
I'm not actually sure I voted in that one yet. And I think I know who I'd vote for, but I'll stay quiet.
Ball's wide, comes to Trotman inside the box. Trotman shoots, just hit the outside of the net there while we were talking about player of the season. Ball played down the channel, and Trotman got a good contact on that. It hit the back of the net.
I was going to say, a few people in this stand. So back on the left now. More central really than left at the moment. He's sort of drifting inside again, but Leamington attack breaks down. Holness out to Wheatley. Wheatley up the right hand side looking for Thompson, but that's intercepted before it can reach him. Wheatley will have another go, nods it forward to Elliott. Elliott with a nice touch to take him away from Clark. Plays it forward, and this time they do find Thompson. He brings the ball forward, lays it in for Saunders. Saunders shoots, takes two deflections, and Saunders can't quite charge it down as Leamington scramble it clear.
More good play again though from Darlington, just not quite fallen for them, and if anything, Saunders caught that too well. It's one of those that the commentators say infuriatingly he caught it too well. But
and he plays it back to Terry Galbraith. Just about 5 minutes and a half to go. Ball forward nodded on by Nicholson. Saunders has it on the edge of the area. He lays it across. Just dribbles the shot. Didn't catch it cleanly really, Harvey Saunders. And the ball just rolls across the area. Jake Turner clears the ball out to the right hand side. Forward it comes. Stephen Thompson just turns, little back heel. And then Saunders sends Thompson away. Thompson rides the tackle, makes it to the byline, cuts it back to Jordan Nicholson on the edge of the area. He shoots, he scores! Jordan Nicholson's 11th of the season. Darlington lead, and you can't say they don't deserve it, Stu.
They've been knocking and knocking and knocking at the door, haven't they, the last 10 or 15 minutes, and finally it's opened up. Jordan Nicholson's walked through it with a lovely left foot shot, struck past goalkeeper Tony Breed, and lovely build-up play as well. And I have to say that's a goal that's been pretty well deserved from the home team.
No question about it. Darlington, right just before half-time, we've got about a minute and a half of the 45 left. It's looking like they're going to go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead, and definitely on the balance of play in the first 45, deservingly so. Jordan Nicholson finishing off a lovely little move there, one of several that Darlington have put together this half. And it is Darlington 1, Leamington 0, and Jordan Nicholson I think that's his 11th of the season.
He plays it to Jack Lane, who then goes back all the way back to the goalkeeper. Breeden's just fired a lovely little Premier League pass there. I thought he mishit that for a minute, but that was a proper good pass forward. Ball's on the edge of the box. There's a chance now for Leamington just to try and get turned. It's number 8 Sam Wilding who drops the ball off to Connor Taylor. Taylor knocks it back central. There's a goal-bound header there by number 9 Colby Bishop, but Jake Turner's not too distressed as he comfortably collects that one. Joe Clark raises his left arm and clips it in, swinging it to the box, but Omar Holness is in the right place to hook that one away. Gets turned back into the box, and there's a couple of players offside there. Ainge just let it go, and the flag stayed down. It's the wrong player. It's not the player that was offside that he let go. But shot comes back to Clark. Deary me, Simon Ainge. There was a player offside there in the box, but that's not who it was.
It wasn't Colby Bishop, was it? And Simon Ainge just lets it go, thinking the flag's going to go up. It doesn't. Thankfully, Jake Turner was still awake, and he saves.
Ball's with Kit Elliott. He drops it off to Stephen Thompson. Thompson, the talismanic Darlington figure, props it wide to Wheatley. Wheatley's in a little bit of space. He's in a central position 25 yards out. He's got a runner outside him. That's Saunders. Saunders has the shot. It might have been Nicholson, actually. It was Nicholson flashed it wide. And Kit Elliott was sliding in, just not quite able to get a touch.
If he had got something on that, for all that we've talked about Leamington's strong start, we're talking about Darlington being 2-0 up, but couldn't quite get the touch.
Ben Jackson's going to tidy up though, and he sees there that he's got Joe Wheatley down the line. He plays a lovely pass on the turn there to Ben Jackson. All credit to him. Nicholson's on the ball now. He's got Saunders in front of him. Nicholson plays the ball across, all the way across to Thompson. Thompson's got his man one-on-one here. Is he going to have a shot? He is. Breeden clears it, punches it clear. Good attempt from Thompson, and it was swerving in the air, moving through the air, but now Leamington are coming forward again. Leamington's attack cut short your chance to comment on that there, Mike. I'm afraid we'll come back to that though. There you go. Simon Ainge just won the tackle out for a throw-in.
Elliott takes the throw into Nicholson, who gives it back and then collects the ball again. Nicholson charged down, and Elliott charging in, wins it straight back. Nicholson rides the challenge, gets away, and then rides another one from Lane. Elliott Nicholson breaking through the middle. Nicholson still going, has a shot charged down by English. Goal of the season tape stays on the cutting floor for now. Crosses in, Thompson sliding in, and Breeden gets down to save with his legs. So close to 2-0.
Great acceleration from Nicholson in the first instance, zigzagging his way through challenges and getting his shot blocked. But then at the end, Stephen Thompson on the stretch did well to get a goal-bound effort, which Breeden just saved with his foot. That was close, Mike.
Certainly was. Ultimate outcome is a Darlington corner. Joe Wheatley comes across towards Darlington's right-hand side to take it. Saw Joe Clark get booked about 10-11 minutes ago. So Leamington have played all of their substitutes now. Darlington still with 2 to bring on if they want. And the one that they did make, enforced by an injury to Terry Galbraith, which we'll be hoping isn't serious, of course. Flanagan brings the ball forward for Leamington, just squeezes that behind Wheatley. And Murphy rides a tackle, pings the ball across. Colby Bishop finishes the move. Leamington have their equaliser, and it's Colby Bishop.
Number 9, Colby Bishop.
Darlington just caught a little bit on the counter there. The ball was moved left and there was space. We talked about perhaps they'd just gone 3 at the back there for a little while ago, but everyone got sucked in a little bit looking for the ball. The ball got pinged out to the left hand side. The cross was nicely slid across like a slide rule, and an easy finish for Colby Bishop. And you'd have to say it's against the run of play in this last 10 or 15 minutes, because Darlington have been very good, but Leamington equalised.
Starting the half on top. Darlington weathering that storm, having a bit of a spell of their own, and then just a few touches there. And immediately after that substitution, Darlington not quite switched on, and Colby Bishop, with his 21st of the season, equalises for the away side. It's Darlington 1, Leamington 1. Leamington just retaining possession, but Darlington keeping them under pressure. Jack Edwards, number 10, playing at the in defence now. Tactical switch there. Holness charges that one down, brings the ball forward against Flanagan. Holness is still going, has a shot. Bounces off the roof of the tin shed, but it caught deflection on the way. So out comes a corner.
I thought he was looking dangerous there, Holness. Yeah, he unleashed that one, didn't he? He must have took a touch. I've got to be honest, I didn't see the deflection. I thought he'd just gone straight over.
Messes the ball down. Right hand side, right foot. Likely an outswinger. Comes to the edge of the 6-yard area. Ainge heads it back across, but again, over and out. And about 5 seconds of it left. Lane to Flanagan. Thompson gets a foot in. The final whistle goes. Darlington 1, Leamington 1. The crowd rises to applaud. No lack of effort today. The season ends. Tommy's tenure ends with a draw.
Great to see the warm reception from everyone here at Blackwell Meadows, for the players and for Tommy Wright as well. I mean, today couldn't quite cling on and hold on to the lead that the performance maybe deserved, finishing 1-1, but it's a very warm reaction and response here from the home fans, which is great to see. Tommy Wright comes into the centre circle, Mike, and shaking hands with everyone. The players, looks like they're really appreciating that. Luke Trotman's down here, down the front, shaking hands with
everyone, isn't he?
Everyone.
He's going to
go.
All of us.
He's going to go all the way down, I think. Joe Wheatley comes over as well, and not quite the finale that the Quakers were looking for with a home victory, but everyone's hanging around, aren't they? And it's nice to see. Actually, Tommy's coming over now and applauding the fans, and that applause is being warmly reciprocated as well.